Welcome in, print crew, and welcome to another Looking for Prints. I'm Brad, and behind the camera we have Riley.
Hello.
Today, Riley has a history fair project that she needs to do some 3D printing with. We're going to be printing out some Civil War soldiers for her diorama for her history project. So let's have Riley go over to the laptop, explain a little bit about this print and what she's doing. Let's go print something.
All right, print crew. So I'm looking for Confederate soldiers and Union soldiers for my Gettysburg, Little Round Top, and Devil's Den model for my history fair project. So I did some searching, and this is what I found. I found the Civil War soldier. This is a Confederate soldier. So I'm going to download this file. And then I also found this American Civil War Union private. I've already downloaded it, so I just clicked download, and then I clicked download only. I found these American Civil War soldiers. We're going to download them. I found these American Civil War infantry soldiers as well. There's different kinds. There's like the flag bearer, one firing a musket, a drummer, all those kinds, and their heads. So I'm going to download all files. Found some Confederate or Union infantry soldiers, different models of them. We have the flag bearer and different infantry soldiers in different poses. So we're going to download all files. I'm going to get these all loaded up into the slicer, and then I'll go over changing their size to the size that I need them for my scale model. Alright, now we'll load them up into the slicer. We want this one. Okay, we're going to move him over to the corner. This one. Move him over to the corner as well. I'm going to add another plate. We're going to open all of these. Okay, so... Okay, we're going to transfer to our other plate so I can fit more on it. Here's our infantry soldier firing. And our final one in this file, the flag bearer. Oh, he's so small! He's so small! We'll scale him up later. Let me get everything else on, then we'll start scaling. I think if I really try, I could probably fit everything on these two plates that I'm putting things on right now, and I might not have to make a third plate. Flag bearer. I think these are their heads. These are their heads. Okay, we've got that one. I think this one's next. It is difficult to keep track of some of these. I cannot tell. Right, that should be it. We're going to close this out. And I'm going to scale everything to the size that I need it, which is 18 millimeters. So these soldiers are way too small. And the ones that need their head put on, the head can't even be put on. They're printed so small that there's no hole to put the head in. So you know where these are going? So I'm going to show you what my dad and I did to fix the problem.
Riley and I are going to break in here because, as you saw, what she printed up was too small. And we thought, because of the scale she was trying to go for, 18 millimeters was the size of the print that she needed. But we realized that that was just way too small of a scale to work with. Her diorama can only be 2 feet by 2 feet. So we're going to have to kind of fudge on the numbers here with the soldiers, and they're going to be representative of a regiment or something like that. So they're more represented on a different kind of scale. Let's go in to our Elegoo here, and I'll show you how I was able to help Riley. So Riley, we chose, what did we choose again? We chose
the infantry charge bayonets running.
Okay, let's open that up. All right. And then we made these, I want to say they were probably, let's go 40. And we're going to do a uniform scale on that. Wow. All right, let's do that. Let's do that again. 40 millimeters uniform scale, 72.25 is the percentage here. 72.25. So
Seems big.
it does seem big. I want to say he was about 30 millimeters. Let's go 30 millimeters here. Yeah, he was probably about 30 millimeters. Yeah, that's
just a little over an inch.
That's what I would say, was 30 millimeters. 54.19% was the scale we went with. And again, this is just kind of subjective and representative of more, not the individual soldier, but an entire unit or regiment more so. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what we did next, because Riley, you were having a problem also with the guns printing.
I was. It wouldn't print correctly. It would float.
It was floating, so there was no tree support or anything like that. So we needed to add a tree support to it. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do next. But we don't want tree supports all around, because Riley, you found that out when you put tree supports. What happened?
The legs broke very easily.
Because it encased the whole soldier in tree supports. So to do this, we right click and we'll select add support blocker. And you can choose cube, you can choose any shape you want. For this purpose, we're going to go ahead and choose cube. And there's some areas where we want supports and others where we do not. Like his main body here, I don't want supports there, but I do want supports under that heel right there, because that's floating and I don't think that would print. I think also we definitely want it on the gun, but at a certain point. So kind of probably right around there was about where our supports are.
But will the arm float?
The arm didn't have much of an issue.
Oh,
it
that's
was
right.
The gun.
That's right.
So we're going to bring that here. We're going to bring this over here. I'm actually playing with... We'll have a little tree support on the bag too, I think we had. You can also move this and scale this just like you would do any other object. So think of this as like an object you're printing, but you can move it, you can slide it over, I can scale it up, I can scale it down, anything like that. So we're going to move this guy over here. I like that. I don't like that. And I like that. And I want to go up with this. So we move that up. To me, that looks kind of good here. Let's go ahead and preview the print and see where we're going to have tree supports. And that's pretty close to what we ended up having. Because again, we've already printed this out. Riley's already turned in her project. She had to turn it in already. But Riley, this is pretty close to what we had.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it's his feet, it's his case, his satchel here, and his gun. We printed 3 different types of soldiers. We printed the bayonet charging, the firing, and then the flag bearer.
Yes.
So we have this one here. And again, we just have to scale him down. So we'll scale him down to 30 on the height.
Are you sure he doesn't look as tall as my trees on my diorama at all?
Oh. It's interesting.
Hobbit. Looks like a hobbit.
I'm going to bring in we know we have the trees set. We're going to bring in the box again, the support blocker. And this one, really, it's just, we could do the satchel. I don't think we did. I think we really just did the hands and I think we did that essentially. And I think I scaled this up a little bit more. So I don't want to go uniform scale. And I think I went on the height, I went 35 millimeters, just to make sure his head was covered. Perfect. Let's preview this print. Good. And then last but certainly not least was the flag bearer. And that's what we're going to end up printing for you guys, is the flag bearer, because the flag bearer we had the most issues with. And Riley, while I get the flag bearer, you want to explain kind of the issue we had?
Yes. So when we went to put the flag bearers on my diorama, the flag, right where the hands are holding the flag, the handle of the flag just kept snapping. So we had to glue quite a few. And after a little bit, instead of using super glue and activator, I ended up just using the hot glue I was using to glue them on there, to glue the flag back to the hands, because they were breaking so much, no matter how careful we were with them.
Right. And we actually had to go a little, we had to go a little taller with this guy, because his flag is actually taller than he is. So if we made everything 35 millimeters, the guy would actually be shorter, a lot shorter than the rest of the soldiers. So this is pretty close to what we had. Let's go ahead and add the blocker again. I don't want to preview, because watch what happens when we don't put the blocker in. He gets encased. I mean, really encased in, and that's going to snap a lot of pieces off. So let's go in, let's add this support blocker. We're going to add a cube again. Okay. And really, it's just the heel that's running, and the flag itself was kind of where we wanted our supports. I forgot what I did. I moved this. Remember, I slid it forward of the flag.
Oh, that's right.
That's kind of where I wanted it. So let's preview the print here. And yeah, that's how it was. Because again, it kind of did the flag. It kind of moves up the wavy parts too. So this is what we wanted right here. Why don't I go ahead and send this off to the printer? While that's printing, Riley, why don't you show them your project? Explain to them, you know, what it was. Show it to them. Show them the finished product. And how did you do on your history project?
All right, I'll see you guys over there. Here's my finished project. It's a little rough looking because it's gone to school, been judged and looked over, and then it's made the trip back home. So it's a little rougher than it was when I first got it finished. But here are the soldiers, the Confederate and Union soldiers. I used cotton balls, I tore apart cotton balls for the rifle smoke. I used green felt for the grass, rocks, and caulk for the river. I used little plastic trees and foliage for like the forest. I used matte blue for the Union soldiers. I used the cosplay sandable filament for the Confederate soldiers. So with this project, I got second place at my school history fair, and my teacher also recommended me to county, so I might be going to county with this project. So our example of flag bearers should be finishing up. So let's go over, take them off the printer, head over to my dad, and see how they look.
After 57 minutes, our flag bearers have printed. We just did the flag bears just because we had some problems with these. The rifle, as you guys saw from her diorama, the riflemen and everything else came out fine. But these little guys we had a problem with, only because, and you can see where we kind of put the box around. You know, we left this kind of undone. We wanted the bag done a little bit, and then his feet because he's running. But because it wraps around because of the folds of the flag likes to break a little bit. So you just really have to be careful when removing these. I have a sonic knife now, and I'm sure that would make it a lot easier. I didn't have that at this time. So we just had to slowly kind of just take them off. And most of them, I'll be honest, they broke. We had to glue the flag back on with just a little activator and super glue, right, Riley?
Yes.
And I think even the ones we thought that didn't break, broke again.
Yes. And I had to end up gluing them with hot glue.
Yeah. Yeah, towards the end, we were just tired. She was tired. We were really trying to get these set up because we wanted to put these on kind of last minute because we have cats. You guys probably seen them crawling around on the videos. We didn't want too many incidences with the animals with the stuff on there. Yeah, we kind of waited until the last minute to put these guys on. But as you can see, it starts to come off. Things start working off. You just got to kind of slowly pull away at it. See, he's starting to come out of the tree support. And you just carefully remove him from it. And he should come out just like that. So just working around the little flag guy. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are watching this. You're not going to probably print these. Maybe you have a kid that'll do a history project and you 3D print the soldiers to this scale. As Riley told you guys, she came in second. So now the decision is she going to do county? And I think you're still deciding on that, right, Riley?
I am. I have to read the paperwork and stuff, like, of what I'll need, the requirements, and I'll determine if I have enough time.
Yeah, so we may be printing some more stuff for her diorama to add to it. We're just not sure yet if she's going to do county or not yet. But, you know, the family who prints together stays together. As you've seen, I printed stuff for my wife, I printed stuff for my son, and now my daughter, I print stuff for her, or she prints stuff for herself, or I help her out with it. And now she's on the channel as well. And who knows, my son actually mentioned that he wanted a microphone so he could talk and be on the channel. So he and I might do a project together also. So drop it in the comments down below. Do you have kids? Have you guys printed together, or have you utilized your printer for your family? And what kind of stuff have you printed and enjoyed printing? Also, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it is the best way to help this channel grow and thrive. As of today, I believe we're up to 840 subscribers. So thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel, as well as the encouraging and nice comments that you guys all post. I greatly appreciate them all, and I do take the time to read every single one of your guys' comments. So, as always, ABP, always be printing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.